13 minutes past 9, Peace 104.3. Now, you're listening to us live in New Jersey. That's Newark, New Jersey. Guy G, happy birthday to you. Have a great day and many more years of health, wealth, and God's blessings. Happy birthday, Guy G, Newark, New Jersey. Sends us messages very, very often. And I hear I left one Linda out. So, good morning and have a great day. Linda Kojiro of the Post-Clearance Audit Department of GRA. Have a lovely day, Linda Kojiro. Wishing you the very best. So to all Lindas, have a good one. Peace 104.3, National Youth Organizer, Manu Patriotic Party. Henry Nana Boachete, friend Nana B. Ewaha. Nana B. Machi.
Chairman General Kwame Sifakai.
Yes, Nana B.
Chairman Bakupe.
Boko de.
Chairman Yamadaruma, Chidiam Pandaruma. Ofidi Sudi Abaso Yahungoa.
Yeah, the Yamias.
That was said, Onzo. Okoso Aso Sunya Musa.
Yeah, the Yamiasi. Deputy Director, International Relations, NDC, Fred Agbanyo. Fred, Eze.
Chama, nyamena domo.
Ekoye.
Nyamena dom, enkoye de. Mikaze ekoye de me boa pa.
Ana na okache na bi musa na ni din komo bi.
Na me chance na bi na de boni be na ayemo. Na me bisa no.
Ale.
Ya be kan small kan.
O kan, e bi ka from me.
Ba o sha se free he nyina ye.
Me bisa o say.
We ya me kan small.
Me kan bibia ye. O boa blackmail yen kan. Yen kan won from
to be unfair to you. Me kan.
Black Bello. Because I'm besides some tariffs when them be na meka.
Be fair ni me kan sesi a onko.
Munja tariffs politics.
Tariffs some na kan.
Munja tariffs politics.
Obo the position be wadam we dey me say ma brief farmers ma.
Ose.
Obo Fred position.
Deputy Director International Relations.
International Relations.
Yeah man.
Yeah, Jaisa, you organize.
Oh no, me new position I maintain.
Yeah, you organize on it now.
Oh, maintain.
It's all good.
No, mo kwa buchira nko bi. International relations say
there be so a deputy be and a boss there.
Nah, we I can discuss no.
Dr. Mwako from Abenwaha says this government has made some vital moves in the education sector. Some of them need applause, others, like the changing of primary and JHS uniforms and introducing comprehensive sexual education in primary schools, should be given a second thought. Dr. Mwako Abenwaha. Well, as I said, interestingly this morning, Mene Director General GES, Professor Kwesi Opoku Amankwah, about 20 minutes of conversation. But also be a press conference and pay 11. Inti Mr. Sempenyu for one as they say, alternative facts and more documents near the end. Maybe the alcohol, aqua ebisa questions. Na anu ye about na ya disasemi aqua baby a tree na yakwenim. KSK transport fares are up. Data and calls go up today. Water up, electricity up, LPG, comprehensive satanic education. Well, it's not that one. Coming or not, election of MMDCs, which will institutionalize divisive, corrupt, and vote buying elections at the district level coming up. So no good and hopeful news this morning. God save Ghana. By the way, let's vote no to the election of MMDCs. It's a rich takes all phenomenon. Akwesi sends that one. Before I make education, maybe Nanabi, Mummy and I am pro if Ghana. Sa election of MMDCs, I had the papa, ya dream we. You be a referendum December 17th. Me will say your local government minister can say you need 2 years. Nanabi, you are a youth organizer. What do you think?
Chairman General.
Yes, Nanabi.
Chairman, what do I top me?
Minim Sapa.
I top him now. Chairman, the tennis say say yasha ya na wo hwe ensema ya ne kafa say abribia ne ya appoint MMDC sa no kwasam say na His Excellency the President ani so ade hu amia so kra no maso mutwe say ho say yitimi 2 million so de ma form for no say local governance na ho say enso yatuma omo no mo so ekire the pombe timini no aye adwuma na basa na nipa na abeyi no or you accountable to the people. The pana be no. Just obun kunta at the money panel said. There's a blue on my president. I need to know. Abibi or ya, media nipa na also no mu yaduma ofom no enidie ni buo anase sompa bia hyede ni ho ma no sanse bi okuta ni tumi bi firi baabi na emom se tumi ni firi nipa no hoba ene ato mo a aya na emu so edo eno no eye efa baako efa bi ni so kyerɛ sɛ ne na emu so de messages eba no ebi omo so ni omo enya adwen ba chairman me mom de me so ma do mo sukwa hu sɛ makwa pro ya 1990 mu sɛ ye de saa tumi no so ma eye omo wo district hono na omo so matoaba e de yi enipa kro mo pene se ono na be agent of development na ono so agina omo na mu a chairman na me se eno so na beboa e be ye all the political parties me nyo twinya doa NDC omo make such a move that promise na omo ohwe omo modus operandi na mode of operation how they wanted to go about it chairman na be difa kakra because me say proposal omo de buy na say na o say nkomu be yi enipa be enumu say miensa na ya to omo so aba enti me ban say me na me ye president na ne me yi me nkofo force nkoto omo so aba na bi u kire say eye asem krona na ya dani mu ya de atade foforo ahye no sanse se meme ye MPP ni a bia MPP for be miensa ene me yi omo se nkoto omo so aba me ye NDC ni a NDC for miensa ene me yi omo se nkoto omo so aba eti ya de krona na ya dani na atade foforo na de akwakohye no na emom se wo ma se nipa na opepamu obi opebia amra on be file electoral commission and supervise elections no yemra ye be convert ni be we ye be fa sa ne mani nyina mu nipa ne se fata ye the rules abani wo gina ne ato ne so aba enu mom nipa ne be accountable to the people enti so wo hwe the general principle pa chairman ye no ya so mu a accountability to the people enu ho so sunsanso na akoba se ye nto aba ye mfanyi MDCs na omumom no mu akonta emfama omom hwe omo so no na enye so mu fi se bi atumi kese bi ekrom basa enti na bibia ho na de bi omudidi edeko chairman sana me hu
enti the papa say ye die che Fred so no say
chairman ya de pa
yo chairman me da se bebre me chawe tie for nyinara accept whichever way you look at it me my argument there about two sides.
Okay,
now first one is you're doing over the period and microphone na omoye DC for the MCs for no omonya accountable to microphone na omudi omo so omo loyalty na akoda appointing authorities in nsem o mampeni na yi mi enti no mampeni pe na meye said na mampeni pe se onye cry in favor microphone na odi omo so mpo no ya na emboa bebre. Now chairman so why the election say cause we Ghana achi na nsen ahwe even assembly election na and camera ne crash say on my moon the best sponsor bibia including the posters name will be bia no and then the number of course I'm sure you yourselves will be receiving from potential assembly men and women or be a sponsorship to go and contest an assembly position. Ejuma ina himself in crying tia omoka sitting allowance kakra kakra na ya omonyo occasionally. Now I see I got to obey this if are we not going to have a situation where the highest bidder and a bet me take you over? What was a car bet me at you no? And you want to bet me I could DC. And Stefan so be our panko very, very good. Only the problems of the district and go bet me I can cover now boom. Na Omaboma developing area. And I'm saying be only sikenti. Na acquired and say obet me anya. Oshe Ghana, whichever you look at the chairman.
Yes.
Yeah, we are strongholds. Okomia medium ma. Beka say NDC stronghold no. Okona na bi Ashanti region beka say NP stronghold no. And say be jam say ento aba ne keke a. Na ye fa ne say wakoto aba de amame. Me ye DC, me NDC ni, me wo say hokwe municipality.
Yeah.
Ghana for sure be we are not very nationalistic lately at all. We become more partisan than the nation. Are we not going to have a situation now? DC and IMC Bepese on their banner to someone free the same party obey Yamadiatiana. I don't know how we can solve that mischief. Another problem and they say Oko almost what the consensus in there. MPs none of someone here to almost have 20. Omuna ya pressure ne dom so kese pa Obias okay, one bay we are about to best say this is for the two about to be uncommon chain. And now I got 2 DCs for so about it be called referendum need na a court true. Now we are likely to have some kind of unhealthy competition between MPs and the DCs.
See a 2 abana.
A 2 abana area because now I'm a projects. So be about 20. MP go got me facilitate school nearby. This is seminar me so Obia per se on popular among the people. I don't know how we are going to manage that. Yeah, conflict pa. Now this is person city MP now. On the one now they every day. Who MP to parliament once in a while call constituency. And the BB because we be our son there. BB on there. And to be do what? And then I was making actually say, Miss Suman am here way. Me wa nyina nim say Pembra anka MP there on your development agent. Media and say lobby or facilitate
or a development agent. But and you no a development or puntual. He's an agent of development.
Okay,
and change in the
from that
community.
context, yes.
Yes.
It's an agent, but he's not the one implement.
Exactly.
And he on the panel implement so say many whom say me and I'm going to take the credit for it. A crime be never fast wa ye be manage. Issue has been raised from security area. Oko district DC na head of the DISEC.
Yeah.
This is security architecture. On your mampeni, on the minister, Ebekon is saying, can that trust be there? So best set up system Ebia President Eba Hone free ni party mu. Onye baby and Guasebeba and Ebek be all these are issues are Ebe here say yen ye. Media Ayako elections need also. So what is going to happen to the area committee members? Almost a better almost aba. What about the unit committee members? Almost a better aba. One of the things that I see this in curing. And this can I buy appointee this year. After no call assembly for no saying to no swaba.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm ADC. Now, I don't know if you have followed that election very closely.
Sure.
The amount of monies I'm for spending on that election, Chama, you have no idea. And so this is not about take your office to know or can be bree or go bobu senior that come assemblymen no and senior to about their man. All this I'm sure that now that on the back elections, just like assemblymen or we knew we are Sancrop funding determining fate biome. All of them will assume office at the same time. And that one will be cured. But as I said, maybe I agree. I don't think it's the time to have to even start a debate. Or my opinion is people say opposition. We are waiting for the referendum on the day I be side election see. And I sincerely want to believe that they've taken into account all these other considerations. And if you are convinced there is a way to go, why not? Because really, you're talking about Ghana, or my opinion, you're talking about the man, you're talking about the man penny for Nina. But are they really living to the expectation of the ordinary Ghanaian? And it's a subject we can discuss. Election bar attitude near different. You're not to abandon your pet. Na bibia change say beto aba na say ayaso westwa gona no makwa yet overnight we can build the roads say do overnight we can fix the electricity, we can fix the water problem.
But is it a good thing?
Na mekano and see it's as if election banty muma yentu na mobi na fan that microphone say so if you can do it, why do we wait? And this thing
now say sorry it takes time Anna.
And where do we normally get the money from? Election be draw chairman. Enyas can free na preoccupate me ye. Ubeshe 12 midnight. Ne ya kwan, ne fisi so, ne fisi electricity. One day na me no be bon come so nyanka cause say bia omunya by election once in their lifetime. Because omunya by election you are guaranteed some level of development immediately. I don't think it's very very healthy. So I don't know how really the election is going to solve the problem. But as I said, I think that those who are pushing this idea forcefully might have thought through it well, and they think that is the way to go. Because for me, our major problem as a nation, chairman, any leadership, this country, sometimes you sit back and what the things are here, you know. Obebi sound say, it's a unique part. What is our development agenda? What is our focus? What's our target? What are we aiming at? And I say, are they chinkrek and they corner back? What are the targets? What landmarks have we put in place? This is what you want to achieve within a year, within 2 years, within 3 years. And now you kind of paper so. But if you go on the ground and do practical assessment, nsɛm na yɛ ka yɛ church de to no anye bi de yɛ adwuma na ɔman no etumpɔn wo hwɛ resources na yɛ wɔ any at the pace of development is it measuring well? And the Sanya Menina na yɛ I've said these assemblies the concept you have is a very brilliant concept. Ocean largely the citizens are really involved in the governance system. Area committee members, unit committee members, they are from the localities. These assemblies are from there, they vote for them. They constitute the assembly as pretending over the entire district. Now, what you have been lacking, and I've said this in Chama a number of times, every district in Ghana has some development potentials. But unfortunately, we are not able to harness the potentials. We sit here, go to most assembly, they tell you, so we are waiting for this assembly common fund. And the common fund in Baya, I just be on to a district hall. Now, Osha, Bibi say Accra Metro, and I say KMA. Have your property rate keke. So Mukaso may my diligent largest animal now. I don't think we should be giving them any money from the consolidated fund. We should be pushing this money to the rural areas. Our Makwanye, Omusonye, a semi problem where they can create employment for the people. Say a man for moving from the national capital and settle in the villages and in the districts. But Osha, Omubo huge potential. So they sleep on their job. They don't move out there to collect the taxes. They don't do anything.
And it will give them more power, make them more responsible if we elect DCs.
The fear is the chairman. I say, you tell the elections and the round politicians. And the papa or crowd by yeno. And I'm so say, Okoya, when back that year, unti so I don't know how it is rather going to embolden the DC for make me take very bold decisions. You could be and yet more to the Okwaho, yes, move here, or the election brand best you better, you better at you. And I'm trying to penny 2 minutes. No, I did no ajay. No, I can't hear the papa, ebe boye. And I was thinking that rather in the past, DC non face election bia. And now go back to that boldness. Say win ebe boye. Ye two sana moi, muni na munta mechi. But now that it's going to become an election, I don't know how it will play out.
Let me seek opinions from others as well. Kwejo Edupako says, electing DCs is laudable, but I think government shouldn't forget to amend the portion of the law that makes them the head of security. It could be dangerous for any ruling government. Kwame, if the idea of electing DCs and MMCs is informed by decentralization, then why are we not electing our regional ministers as well? Interesting. If we're going to vote for the MMDCs, are we not alarming the enhancement of corruption? Come to think of it, are we not going to allow the aspirant to spray more cash for votes? Eddie Ahanta West. The election of DCs will not solve problems at the district levels. Imagine MPP in power and an NDC DC in Ketu South. In a part of the world where political mischief is the order of the day, just imagine how they're going to work. Effective fiscal decentralization should rather be looked at. Anthony Oseasari in Adenta. There's been very little public education on this referendum by both the EC and the NCCE. There are 2 referendums on the day. 1, election of chief executives, and 2, whether it must be done on partisan basis. I support 1 but oppose 2. There must be proper public education. Albert Esman in Awoshi. Point well noted. The elections will let people become patriotic than partisan. So I support the idea. Akwesi Obeng Ejeso Besiase. Ortega and Bosheng says election of MDC is a step in the right direction. It will help in the election of a competent and hardworking person. Okay. Fred Agbenyo has asked a very important question. That where do leaders get the money to construct roads and do some projects hurriedly when by-elections pop up? I expect him to answer his own question since he's a politician and has been close to power. Or is he taking a neutral stance like Okwa Nidoho, Kwesi Reynolds in Agona Odobing? And then moving from there into this seeming up and down, up and down in the GES. This one says, debut. The GES do thorough think through. Kofi Japan in Takrady. Well, as I mentioned, I pay many Director General at Train Komo, or say 11 and pay or press conference. Niamatino, ebi anentesa by yinti your become. The new curriculum is understanding or misinformation happening on our airwaves about CSE must cease and proper informed information given to us. Farouk in Tema. Leviticus Powers in Kofodia says, will voting of MMDCs result in the voting of regional ministers? If for those of us looking about the sex education curriculum, go to nacca.gov.gh. That is what the Director General also said. If what is circulating concerning comprehensive sex education was orchestrated by some people just to make a certain government unpopular, then politics has gone bad. Question: who made the first post? I think it's high time we punish those who deliberately cause fear and panic for political points. Jomo Pokwase Festus. Kwame Asari from Jacobu says, I'm for the MMDC elections because a certain DC can do horrible things. When people talk about it, DC's response is, the president nominated me, who are you? And then Charles Nyame in Asamanka say, why do they always try to change who we are and we don't try to change who they are? Looking at the current development in education, don't be surprised if your child comes to you for a condom to be used for practicals in school. Charles Nyame, do we really understand what we are talking about? Anyway, I've been an assemblyman before, and it's better we elect MMDCs, Kweku Moses in Salt Pond. Kwame, approximately 152,000 teachers were trained to implement the new curriculum. How come no teacher receiving training on this content? Indeed, if this was part of the curriculum, teachers would have been the first to raise the red flags during the nationwide training. The misinformation is just too much, say Obama in Pokwase. Charles Osei Mensah and Jachi Krofrom says, I support the election of DCs if politicians are not partners. If a DC is known to be a member of a political party, that person should be disqualified and a by-election be held. Well, Chefman in Atonsu, I think people have misconstrued what the GES wants to teach, and it's very unfortunate. I am happy with the explanation and clarification from the GES on this sex education matter. Shiftman in Atosu. Agbanyo, sa sex education as saying, what is saying, is saying, who's saying?
Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Society bia entutu nenyamayi ana keep to the values. Edin say society ni betimi atumpan kwenim. Ni pasiti nam ye nyina wo nyama ye gidi principles and values we hold on to strictly. We are Christiania. Unim what I'm supposed to do and what I'm not supposed to do. We are Muslim, African traditionalists, now baby. And as a society, your values be a baby and whoever to me appear my son those values on. And he said, Tiho, na bibi betoja. Sana motobi e koso. I want the potential to compromise on those values. Naturally, the people will resist and they will react. I think that on this occasion, I know now you're witnessing. Educations have gone through a lot of reforms over the years. It has never been the same all these years. We've introduced new courses here and there. Okay, time now you're moving from the middle school system to the GSS system. Those days in middle school, I'm told they were doing about 3 or 4 subjects, right? Arithmetic, geography, history, and whatever. But GSS system, several subjects were introduced. At that point, there were about 11 subjects. Then as we moved on, we kept on pruning. Yeah, be the frame, yeah, magic be ne kwenim. Me, I did told you at the whole of this week, I'm for Kanwa say me. Now all I was expecting say, oh Ghana, yeah, the reforms be a bar. Science education be man serious attention. Yeah, the reform be a bar. IT education, be paja kompepe so be. Ya more opportunity be more science related courses. Sports related courses, ask them what have you. Maybe a bit me Christian Juma. Now me tea, I think that was it Rwanda or so. Over thousands of the universities, or a number of the universities, sorry. You see, I convert your money to technical universities. You shall not poverty here. In sema, enfa development, enfa mbreye. and abedane major issue obia ka wansem we are awful we obia who believe in our values na nsem ebeto odwa on the social media chama hu ne prekope akoma betu especially when you also have young ones who are barely below 10 years.
What if in some PP social media no nyano kray?
You see, me can say when you create a vacuum, you create room for speculations and for people to run their own commentary. And nothing now in every sector, we have people who are supposed to man the sector and be responsible for the sector. Maybe because you come out, state the facts as they are. Are bound to me implementing policy without carrying the stakeholders along. When you initiate a policy, minus the stakeholders in quotes, these are things that are likely to happen. Now, Nientia Ghana for Dodo na any briasem who obiaka wasem and largely want to even believe Nana Koran. And the chairman, we know the word we are sitting in. Not too long ago, some foreign nations and heads of states and presidents, among your course, to virtually even threaten us a small country like Ghana. One penny, Neyama, Obana, Oba, Awaria, now Bema no Bema Warrior. Yeah, Mamusikabi, me Buamubium. They have tried several means and ways to introduce it in a very subtle manner.
But is that what the case is?
And it's out there, BBC Koso, and we are told, sir, some foreign NGOs being a proposee, a sponsor, we are now from the officialdom. Who any concrete information be a Niaman for Ken Abekan was be. I've heard people from the clergy, I've heard them. Bishops Crank, Amosomoka, the curricular development section now, and Sana Ebeji said there to me. There will be the group of people who even agree. Because we have people from the Christian Council, the people from the Catholic Bishops Conference, the Ahmadiyya, all of them are there. And to me, say,
does this not even tell us, Ebia nye kanu nyanukre? Because just to pick up on your point from where you've left off, many Director General Kasan, he mentioned, say, Muslims, Christian Council, Pentecostal Council, Catholic Bishops Conference, mpanyinfo ewo sa committee ni so nti ya yembisa ya say gidi se e idea sa mpanyinfo be pene ama bibisa akraba in the first place.
The executive arm of government is very, very powerful. Oftentimes, our person implementing policy bia deep down in their minds, some say general acceptance. One of the things they do is say they throw in a kite. Oh, let's test the grounds. Let's see the reaction of the people. All the discussion at the curricular level as we speak today is not conclusive. As we speak to the chairman, all the schools are European Colanical School. We are told that they are coming up for a new curricula. I debate in the schools. As we speak, even textbooks not debate there. You're printing from by it. And schools are in section already. It's a BBC Betoja. Then you start wondering, say, Anyebia, why are the printing of the books delaying? Nabetoja, Anyebia be never to also test the reaction of the public. Say favorable, not intend the shaman say pretty books na
na efrihin na buy.
And I make cannot efrihin na buy.
Say infria buy ho.
Chama, I've said that I buy, but you have been around, you are in the media, you know this in Chairman. You know the way governments operate. I bet we are. Oftentimes, government will not come out from the official position. Either the allies in the media, more journalists be there at the moment, and as you set organization, I know be near their man. Mutun to me, say I'm for Beja to man. What do people say? You know this is Chairman. And even though say Minister of Education found but two officially, and a Minister of Information found but two officially, cannot necessarily mean say in free by ho. That is a question we should be asking ourselves. Now, share even document no that better bontia and on a like more official document. Who compare, Chairman? You see the similarities.
From where? Official document from where?
Document now, I'm going to the African Education Service for the about this particular issue. And in the social media. Me share the who difference. I wish you have the copy of the document.
Show me where the similarities are.
More copy are.
Show me similarities.
More copy are.
Me could be my name is here.
Only copy one name is here. I can put it back to Maya. That I just look at objectives. I was going to. I don't have a copy. If you have a copy, let me show something.
Who you document no?
I saw a few copies on social media. Somebody else sent me a soft.
That is where the problem seems to be.
But chairman,
because not to. I'm happy to say you're bringing the issue up. Many Director General Nakasai and some of the Tuja and ni attitude. Opache say documents are quite around there. You say if free ho, and that yin na ye pa yenko baby nacca.gov naka na yenko he. It is all there. Na you drew wa obi metre baby wo. Inti America says he said mimi po bia omo nkita sa documents ni nyan and omo ko press conference no na omo ni director general no sabi enkosia ni no mumisa ne nsam esan say Dr. Prince Hamid Ama ono so executive secretary National Council for Curriculum and Assessment ono so pa che say ne ekora ne nya no kre and ayi nyina yenko nacca.gov.gh na ni nyina wo ho or say training over 152,000 teachers as at April this year. There was nothing like that. Dr. Ama say Catholic Bishops Council, Christian Council, Federation of Muslim Councils, National Council for Curriculum and Assessment. Nim say bibia say ni ho. Inti Mami Chiro Bibi, me can just a one-liner from what he says. Or say as the head of the Curriculum and Assessment Council of the Ministry of Education, I say with authority that none of the materials being shared on the social media has been approved. None has been approved. In fact, there's no single textbook or supplementary material approved for the new curriculum. Authors are still submitting, whilst our team of assessors are still assessing the materials received so far. Any document not approved by NACA by law can never be used in any school in Ghana. So, what is going on?
Chairman, good you have put this information out. And the disclaimer they say they have not approved. That cannot mean say it is not a recommendation. Maybe obi na submit nenam the see I can want say me as a recommendation. So but as to if omajatum and omujintum is what we can discuss. If today they are telling us say omunjishisantum, the debate has come to an end. There is no issue again. Niagana for your kankeka and say chairman. Yankola already 4 years, about 10 years. Some of the things we are reading on social media said Bechero Madiano. Alabraka Mboye.
And you see some of the things we are reading on social media and it is not true.
So if it is not true, the debate ends there.
Okay.
Let's end the discussion. The good news is say Yenina se CIMB ni na yehwe. Official nkrata ne beto abontia. We should peruse it. Yan komuni yan papa say bibisa omu anase nim. And this Christian and all of us are speculating based on what we saw on social media. Official information is and say Nenam Hone Nyampa. It's a Nyampa. Let's end the discussion. Let's stop talking about it. Good news. All the press conference because we are not pay.
I'm not for facing.
Eba. Let's get that official information from government. Let's keep it. As and when the textbooks are ready, let's pick the textbooks. The syllabus is not ready. Let's pick it. Nenyi na yenko true one say sem na ye surunti ayekasa no and papa say a woman na say enim. Because what is giving credence to some of these things, I don't know if you have seen a few of the videos even making the rounds. Even before this issue, say I approve chairman. I saw a video yesterday, I don't know who will be there. Call like it to be sorry or classroom. Or be teacher that video no. Question be obisano. Then there was another set. Teacher, you can hear a female voice teaching the young people parts of their body.
What do you make of those videos?
Jose,
what do you make of those videos?
The setting is clearly a classroom setting, a teacher over there. So it's difficult for me to tell, say, Obi Neko creative bisa keke. I don't have any evidence.
But what do you make? What do you make? What do you say?
It doesn't make sense to me.
My mention I'm dream for home.
Jose,
me imagine was hard and say, open you out to record this idea and cross say it's mission yet.
I agree with you.
What do you mean here? Maybe so by yen drink quite kakra. Is it not curious, interesting? Say videos na around you know. Yen school crow. We don't know which school.
Just say a local language niti. Won't say a gun handesi.
But yen name school crow.
Dabi.
Teacher now or tra video no. Yen hun anymore.
Anymore ambada.
Inti yen name class crow. Yen name subject or watch it. Yen name curriculum or watch it. But all of a sudden, you know a dear sound come on by. And when I say Yahoo video, I and Kolai Kasan same way. Who is behind it?
And who did the recording?
That's what I'm saying. Who's behind it?
We are child there. You record it.
Ghana has school been a child there recorded.
Recorded.
So I didn't think I recorded she except that particular thing.
So these are I don't know if our security agencies have the capacity.
Oh, they should
to pick some of these videos and get to the bottom of it.
They should be able to.
One, who can say anyone earlier? Now, TS have videos where now you say a man credence be so and they be because one po. Oh, I'm not for class be side in that direction. It is worrying to all of us. Obi be aware for in this day and age, man. We are worried about a lot of things. TVs and collage. The content of our televisions, social media, most of the children have access to mobile phones and the rest. The things they know and they watch. Chama, you'll be surprised. I'm sure say Obakre or Fiekre beyond the 5 years. He understand the mobile phone you are holding today than you do. Nyamani be out your phone to obet nyayeno. Ebi na okra ntimi nye. And already we have something to contend with her. Every year so ntimi nye. And say be open the flag and say nya na that early level there. And on my munu ye kohe. Well, that's our value. Many American goes and say, America may have their own values. Anywhere in Europe, they may have their own values. Africa, any quite fast best of unemployment problem in this country. A quite fast one so problem, and so on, you best of it. Nehia, nene ya quine, yet quite best is ya quine. Nehia, ye chaman, any says secret in Sakwe manage. Enye niane na mekwebe ene ye dadwene enye no na ye de ye dwun kra enti bi de I am happy to note say from interview now we are not paying no director general say ne ekoso nyina enyampa. They are going to have a press conference today, and as I've said yen nyina yen bi yeni syllabus ni beba yen ko peke textbooks ni beba all other materials omde beka nyina embra ne hwe. And Pampasa is Nyama way, in a very and Jama Nyama. If you follow this things closely, Unim said those who push for these things, they do it in a very subtle manner. And to get a human being is to just work on his mind. Once you skew his mind towards a particular of thinking, and we should be very mindful of the content, what you want to teach, the intended outcome of that teaching. We should investigate it. Oh, Munchi and Kolawi, what is the objective? What do you want to achieve at the end of the day? And once we are able to say for ourselves, say, we are not going to teach our kids anything today. A few years down the line, we are good to go.
We are good to go. Fred Agbanyo and Amotin in Kano. Obisi, we are very religious people in Kauntina. Here, the religion, but talking about religion, let me just do this one very quickly. My barracks church people, sorry for a jam. This one says, Chairman General, we would like to thank God on behalf of the President, executives, and members of the Association of Security Services Church Choirs, ASEC, for a very successful 17th annual conference from the 26th to the 29th of September at the Arakan Methodist Presby Church. Our thanks especially go to the very special guest of honor, Major General Odote, who was the guest speaker Oh, the guest of honor, Major General Odote Miami Wafa. Guest speaker, Reverend Newlove Annan. And also to Reverend Kwesi Addo, the chaplain of Arakan Methodist Presby Church. Sing praises as service to God. So we want to thank God for this, and a very big thank you to Major General Odote, to you, Reverend Newlove Annan, and to you, Reverend Kwesi Addo, chaplain of Arakan Methodist Presby Church. It's from all of them, the president, executives, and members of the Association of Security Services Church Choirs. They say thank you and God bless you.
But
yeah,
just 1 second. I don't know, say what Papa Catholic Bishop Conference. I'm opening it down. No. Say, in one of his interviews, or can say, a semi-ba app, term no money engagement with the Minister of Education.
Almost see Omu Bisan.
Omu Bisan.
I know catch you almost say
NGO, NGO,
or say.
Chama heard him.
Sorry if I'm bad.
Now kind. Or say assembly by app. Term no mushia Minister of Education. And no Bisan say no mountain free. According to the bishop, no, or see minister and say foreign NGOs be and they sponsor there no. Banya dia aban bejatu.
End of story.
Sana minister ne echira omo. Enti it cannot just be speculation we can able to social media. Because minister ne jaja say yes, something like that exists.
Somebody is proposing.
Somebody is proposing.
But they will not agree.
And those who are proposing are foreign NGOs.
But they will not agree.
But no minister ne jaja say omujintu. Enta dia no moma engine tum se say enye Ghana ha eno bi akoda dem ena wabo ne timpo e dia be social media eya dia aba minister nim say bibisa is being proposed our monim the sources of the proposal our no akajim say on ye gintum
okay
enti dia no nyam obi ne ko show ne dem somebody out there is sponsoring it.
Noted, Fred Agbenyo. Thank you very much for that clarification. Now, quick one. The Forestry Commission. Sir John, Macho, we already are. The Forestry Commission, in collaboration with Ghana Cocoa Board, is launching the Ghana Cocoa Forest Red Plus program on Friday, the 4th of October, 11 a.m. at the Accra International Conference Center. Special guest of honor, the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Chairperson Nana Pra Ajinsem VI, Paramount Chief of Asin Oyurenchi Traditional Area. The implementation of the GCFRP represents a significant milestone in Ghana's Red Plus journey. Come and be part of history. All are cordially invited. Chairman Jonah, too many educated illiterates in Ghana, falling for anything and everything they see online. Akufo-Addo will not, I repeat, will not, and is not introducing homosexuality in Ghana. Those who were seen in pictures on the same, okay, Simon Y. Babin, let's go straight to the issue. I would have gladly read it, but maybe I didn't know. Chairman Jonah, our love for social media will one day land us in bigger trouble. Somebody wakes up and puts out a material with a particular narration, then bam, the whole country follows. Even trained professionals in media houses fall for this and use it as a major news item when confirmation was just a phone call away. Thank God Korkokoo always does it better. Your interview with the professor this morning was simply apt. Those videos by some irresponsible teachers or persons are simply pathetic. I pray the Bureau of National Investigations will investigate and deal with those behind them. Echo Brand sends that one. And then moving on. Nanabi.
Chairman.
Hava.
Chairman, last tester no, Pajone
Echo Brand.
Yes. I mean, what was settled as 7 crama me. Chairman, I don't know, man, yeah, Musa. When you MPP in these as a mo. Your institutions are yet to mediation, sir. Oh, be sorry, Chairman, you move quite say a PPAG for document. And indeed, people have shown it, my whole social media, PPAG. Adult material. And PPAG by Chroma, Kwame and woman, net. I name some mono adult education, family planning, and no more. And in their document, no matter even how contraceptives, crano, yes, Enom ni ade. We are a purely adult material. Already content, no, we have images on purely adult. And instead of saying, can you verify, Chairman, destiny pancreas are boabaso. So no wonder say, you will not fall for that. And I'm expecting a lot more people saying, keep follows Adiwi. Chairman, and you won't go here, no be in your men chronograph, meaning I'll follow for that. And I'm surprised.
No, why is that?
No, because some recommendation and apoka, and you know, what can say Professor Mills cry bresso? Such recommendation even came through, and then he told them, say,
yeah.
So they've started this recommendation, so don't even create the impression, say, and say, a buy any busa and a po, and an apose baby.
Never created that impression.
No, but that they have always tried to, someone that didn't far through certain means, somebody be remove a idea, almost uncle for me as a chairman, or moon and maybe or my son. Chairman, now say train on ye. And you pa omudi can train 200 teachers as trainers. Omuye na 200 teachers he almost 7 years trainers no. Ekotre 3,900 and so then the 3,900 plus the 200 no. And also call form call district level. Eko training 152,000. Baby, any one of my curriculum near true, some materials APP. Baby, any one. And it was just a phone call away. Ghana Education Service for her. A general, Chairman apartment, any away. Ada Cabre and Revia, and also another excellent interview with Dr. Prince Hammer. Chairman, curriculum is go before cabinet a review no ansana esaba and you can say so we have all the curriculum we ye ni na 12 ni na kg and a p1 to pg kg for them kwampo dia sha se kwampo mu use and be any one of my chere sa na me abu social media it I am trokese I am dada kese a propaganda bi na kotam and mo pagya and nipa bi no so edi so because German so call on my website to our here the document is there. I've read it. What we are seeing on social media, it is totally a man who any more brabia and minim niana minia Frederick said we have similarities boom and one say and I've told you, since I document that go for the show, a background private party, and their channel, a PPH document. It's an adult material. And interestingly, Chairman, me who trend be, and Ras Mubarak a grantee interview. I don't know curriculum no crampono. It was funded by UN. It is and also science truckers here. Some UN organizations be. Chairman, Adiomu was fully funded by government of Ghana. The training curriculum fully funded. Jessica bien phobia. I must say, yeah, the impending for your spiritual fathers. A papa no maso for so near the no. You see, I will not blame the Catholic bishop because Chairman saw her line of conversation. Nipa no busan question busan says, "See the G as I just to say," and church say no more bo na soft would you too. No, see there be omunim tum. The Chairman a line of question no. Na empokwa no busa minister say nya de ombeja tum ne ajatum jaba ni pa bi mu na e propose. Etima say me de nya de am 40 asofo no there be not at all. And so we share composition so a Chairman say no kan no so no. Ye wo a Catholic Bishop Conference or rep also. Chairman, indeed, rep na babeka say nowhere no more discusses how materials no ono. And ye wo even Federation of Muslim councils force also almost rep babeka say be no one more discusses how no. And ye wo Christian councils also. Echamanya do mbajisade we atumuda. Ene ya mamre, ene ya ande aye gidie no. And acham obia no e different. Obia ne the cultural values, obia ne the norms, obia ne maybe ogidie. Sa ne manu ye agya tum se yen so. Enti say obi out of mischief. Na kasite na me ya say yen fanye MPP ni ndisi ba na kamia kwa say uko social media me amini operado so ignorant about this, putting something there onko kenkan go buzo obi anu aka me on the page oh that me on the page I mean can on the page
see me here
oh but you want me say me on the page yeah on no go out anytime say about Rasmus this no grantee interview OKFM and I listen to him also about fast adult material and he was speaking to it.
People have a right to believe in things. Why not?
But that is why
grant them that right.
That is why I'm saying that I will go with chairman as someone kind of say just a phone call away. Professor Pokoma Amankwa is so accessible. Dr. Prince Ama is so accessible.
So
these
Ghanaians should pick their phones and call them before they respond.
It's so easy.
It's their duty to come and clear the air.
That is what I make say.
You don't expect all Ghanaians to pick their phones and call them one by one.
The person who created the mission air one. But me kwani chairman baby ehune omo so mo a yes I circulate here through some media houses me say.
You correct.
I'm not meeting them one am say.
You can you correct.
I'm not meeting media houses nibi. Chairman na me say 5 chairman and na had you kakra say dey. You best say me da nyame ase. No kwana ba betodwa.
Yes, dan ka say no kwana betodwa. Me nyaaya. Ma Professor Poko Amankwa in the press conference at 11. Oh, na sem my
na
yen nuanuma ewo documents ni other things obi an fanko ho na okasa wia
ne dia kire no
na efe yenyina sa nkrata na ekura nso ne emisa no na onchechim say chechemu to asumu a na etimi aka say no kra abedadwa ba say chechem na to asum dia na yeni bebia de befa
German me what can you say no but born upon ho say me say ni di kan curriculum you know akwa cabinet ahwehwe mu a ba bia no no ma e kire saa explicit materials ne enema emwa ye nkoda no
Mamin Kaimbako, chairman, one writer of religious studies, said, I quote, Africans are notoriously religious. And I think it's true. Secondly, ask my brother Fred Agbeno to check Section 104(1)A, B, and C, and 104(2) of the Criminal Offences Act 1960, Act 29, which is on unnatural carnal knowledge, whether a government policy can outlaw an act of parliament. Listening to Peace FM 6 p.m. news, Dr. Punifrimpo and King Ali of the Coalition of Concerned Teachers were clear. Nothing like that has been brought up by the GES and the Ministry of Education. Sasa sends that one in. Sasa, yeah, that's it. And then Nanabi is not fully equipped with the facts. Marshall in Accra. What is happening are part of the job of saboteurs. They don't want Ghanaians to use these times to discuss good works. Mama May sends that. I am afraid for Ghana because of the social media fake news. If we're not careful, one day it will cause us a big problem. Uncle Ralph. It was circulating concerning comprehensive sex education was orchestrated by some people for whatever reason that we are not safe as a country. Question, who made the first post? I think it's time we punish those who deliberately cause fear and panic and they think they can go unpunished. Jomo, Pokwasi, Festus. So you can send your messages 0244-844-488. 0244-844-488. Chairman General, I listened to the GS Director General this morning. We are all concerned, so let's wait for the press conference. So far, it looks like a recommendation, not an approval. The GS boss was convincing. So let's wait and hear the full story. As Ghanaians, we know what's good for us in the matter. Nana Duncan, thank you very much for your comment. Musa Abatwa in Kumasi, as a good PR practitioner, you don't wait for problems to occasion before running helter-skelter looking for solutions. Be proactive, not reactive. Assuming your child is going to school and you ask him what is the subject for today, and he will tell it's comprehensive sex education, how would you feel? Musa Abattoir in Kumasi sends that. So 0244 844 488. Chairman General, on a light note, sex education is not supposed to be taught in schools. As an African, it's just like corruption. Once you grow, you will know. Kwame Poku CID. A certain Kwame Poku CID, number 46 Florida Street, Bantama in Kumasi. Well, once you grow, you know. Fred Agbanyo's take on Okay, this one is not here.
What's really pushing these things?
Is this same white people who came with their religion to tell us our polygamy is not good, so we should follow them? They had their plan long ago. If we had stood by our culture and traditional values and not allow white people, we won't be where we are today. Nana Ansa Obofo. This thing about polygamy. It's another matter. Most of these vices are already happening in some of our basic schools, especially private schools. I wish we exert the same level of energy fighting the GES one. We use the same energy to fight it from that level. Most of us speaking strongly against the new curriculum are the same people who either have kids schooling or wish they're schooling in the US and Europe. Very hypocritical society, aren't we? God-fearing Ghanaian society, Abekuska says that one. Chairman, that video has been in circulation for 2 years. I remember some people condemned that act on the video. It is not a new video. Kofi Nyakon in Holland sends that one in. Leslie says, bad is bad. Why don't politicians for once put the country first? They should find those posting such wrong info in the system, including the Benkuta and Bentua for the coup. These speculations are those that stem trouble and sometimes cause war. What is the NDC? So is that what NDC was doing? Leslie sends that one in. 0244 844 488. I think we should make a clear distinction between sex education and sexuality education. Chairman General, okay, this one we've moved past the issue of MMDCs. Those were just preliminary comments I was taken from them. Kwame Fred Agbanyo's take on information communication vacuum in the new curriculum is very, very true. When you leave a vacuum anywhere, people will speculate. A word to the wise, specifically the information minister. Napo is enough. When my office colleagues told me about this sex whatever yesterday, I told them emphatically that it's not true because it's not in harmony with our constitutional provisions. But I think the Deputy Education Minister is doing pretty well. Emmanuel Pariado in Accra. Chairman General, let the following be known to Fred Agbanyo and all of us who are listening. 1, the CSC is not in the curriculum. 2, teachers have not been trained on it. 3, the guideline has not been approved nor copies of it distributed, unlike the curriculum. How is the GES exposing our learners to unwholesome foreign culture? In any case, daily instruction is done by the Ghanaian teacher. Which of the 152,000 Ghanaian public school teachers from KG to Basic 6 will go to class to promote homosexuality? The cacophony must cease, said Obama from Pokwasi. Eliasu in Tamale says, this nation is where it is because some people think they should be empowered by all costs. There has been clarity of the supposed CSC, yet the opposition keeps shifting the goalpost. There wouldn't be any CSC, the naysayer should be informed. Eliasu in Tamale sends that one in. Let's see any others here. And then I'll go to AOB and we'll wrap up this morning's edition. Okay, right. Now, Ghana has a rich cultural values which will not be thrown away or intimidated by any foreign pressure. The CSC issue has no merit and will not be given premium. Kwesi Reynolds, Agona Odobing. Why do politicians bring themselves too low to the extent of doing politics out of everything? This is uncalled for, and it is time for them to show their level of maturity. All is well. Takwa. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2. We have a long way to go because sex education is already in our songs. We play them on air from FM in Kaswa. I guess we all getting this thing confused, eh? This is the work of some bad politicians and some media houses who don't even know anything concerning journalism. Mahama Kenneth in Kumasi. I think all the issue is lack of communication from the Ghana Education Service. Godwin in La Paz. Ibrahim in Kaswa says, who made the first post? Those who said they have documents to that, they should all go to the press conference and challenge. Yes, I've mentioned it. Apia in Pokwasi, thank you. All those brandishing documents this morning, let us go to the press conference and challenge the Director General of the Ghana Education Service. Na you say you see your documents I just say Saadi Yajia Tuma and the Professor Pukwa Mankwaso press conference pam chop misre ya fanko na yenen nkoka. Why don't we introduce CSE, comprehensive sanitation education, in our basic schools so that children right from the onset will learn about the importance of keeping the environment clean? After that, we may channel our energy into sex education. Adam had his success in Tamale. And then, hey, I'm a fool. Now we so anyway, still on the table this morning, there are other issues it beats me upon. Of course, there's that raging story, attempt to destabilize the country. 6 more soldiers charged for unlawful possession of explosives, arms and ammunition. And are beginning today. Electricity has gone up and water has gone up, increasing utility tariffs as well. We'll look at those and then we will wrap up this morning. May sure say, yeah, man, 5 minutes up. Chairman General, where is Kofi Bentil of Imani and Nana Kwesi Ewuwa and the rest who started this alarm? They should apologize to the good people of Ghana for the unnecessary cause of panic. Some of Brian Boabing in Awushi. Where is this mischief leading us? Sex education at 5 now turning to homosexuality debate. What kind of humans are we holding on to it till someone says something unpalatable? It's shameful. It's shameful how we've allowed propaganda to destroy Ghana's moral fiber. That is Lord from La, who sends this one in. And then, in my opinion, it is good to let the kids know about sex, but it should be taught when they are old enough to understand it. Mind you, some of the persons who sexually abuse their kids are teachers. Have you forgotten about what happened at Kumasi Academy last year? Eric Amponsa Boateng, tax expert, sends his thoughts in. And then, let's see. Why are we doing this to our country? My heart bleeds hearing people who should know better trumpet these lies on CSE to make it sound like truth. Fojuo in Medina. And then, what was the GES and the Ministry of Education doing all this while? This CSE issue has been circulating for some time now, and we have to wait till it gets out of hand. Kwame Nkrumah say, those who made the videos must be brought to book, says Peter in Takwa. And then, listening to Peace FM Midday News yesterday, a female newscaster in the course of reading the news on the raging CSE brouhaha says she can't pronounce the female reproductive organ in Chi and mention it in English. She claims the word is revered in our local parlance and said decision to mention it in English. So in effect, she means it's normal to say vagina, but abnormal to pronounce it in Akan. I'm confused. I need help. I'm a communicator, Agbenyo. And I understand what I'm doing. A language, a language, a cultural, and a sentimental.
Quick.
Kaipa Tamana, Memofrasimo GBC. Near Kofa Professor, is there a champion? No Kolebu. Ebetre adult education in Akan. Not share those days who not sure about prostate cancer. Na obody being pregnant for your go. I say no a prof papa penny. Until no can someone say and you fell no or tradi. Any some no can. Na ma for church with tunes I do be here free man. I do Minia Ambassador Chairman General, anytime President Kufuor travels outside, this sexuality issue comes up. Why? SBA Japan, your speculation is wild. Okay. Chairman General, Peace FM is part of this problem. So talk to your people. Benito Asinfosu, I've just admitted that yes, indeed, Peace FM is part of the problem. And I'm sure that it will be a lesson for all of us going forward. Say in Sembisi ba yibehu senya yebekano afa. Intino yenyina yebe edition de akoye nimo. Abena Starbucks, I definitely not read what you have sent. You says, I am lost. What is the topic? Please go back to bed. Asemo. Let's see. Jimmy says CSE stands for Complex Stupidity Explanation. That is what we are doing in Ghana. Now, Okuku Sekuku Abnapoku says, what we need in Ghana is CSE, Common Sense Education. Hey, I'm on for. Now we see all kinds, they come in. Okay. Oh, so it's Akosia Guabuajin and Ra, or kind of news, 6 p.m. on. Or say, Obitime kind of, but of what mean kind of tree. I don't blame her. I mean, we are communicators, so we know. There's a cultural bit of it. There's a religious and sensitivity bit of it. And you know, you don't just get up. Language is cultural. Nti okasa nkofo sensibilities na obedwen. Nyama abekani freely no. Entire radio sonka. In advanced countries, they talk less and do more. Whereby in Ghana, we talk more and do little. And corrupt. True. Abdul Jalil from New York says, where's the BNI CID national security apparatus? You find out who put that video out there on social media. Ghana, we politicize everything. It's left with the air we breathe to politicize. Even that we started politicizing it. You watch out. It will come out very soon. Chairman, true or not, we as African people must forever be conscious and alert to the fact that the white establishment in Europe and America has always been intent to ram several destructive social evils such as homosexuality down our throats in order to control us. Please check the opium wars the British waged against China in the past. Nane Siodiwa for the second, Sankobasi, Etiwa district. Okay. The document given to teachers during the training had the topic CSE on page 11. Good. So please take that document this morning and take it and go and face the Director General of Ghana Education Service. In about 40 minutes from now, the press conference will start. Let's clarify it once and for all. Today, Chairman General, good morning. In my view, regardless of what it is, we don't need any curriculum regarding sexual education or sexuality education. Amakai in Maryland, USA. Okay, Amakai. We thank you. Obviously, we send an abuse. True. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. But your press conference, and your education minister, Director General Ghana Education Service, and why more the messages about clarity.
Chairman.
Yes, sir.
I've been given a dose of the 4-killer disease this morning.
Yeah,
because
now in him 6-killer disease.
Then with the 4. I buy my 4 or my 6.
Yeah.
And I pay sorry I say every day 1st of October. Last quarter 2019. Ukaniabo I cost by 5.94%. So the Kenya now turn out you fear no. I buy say Yama was on Tisa free nano per koi. We tum nebo akosro. Wow, yeah, baba. Wow, yeah, saloon. Hairdresser. Wow, pama dear. Weather. Efie, baby, every neso ko kai say o kania ne bo akosoro ahunchi abam kakra enti adjustment a buying gift or man last quarter no when we o keke nsuo ayenom nsuo ayedware nsuo ade anyama kakra ofie eno so watum boom 2.22%. Lorry first match says wa kosro. Nya ne ha agike sie kra nyina ni communication service stock communication service tax. Communication service tax. Third data credit to your phones here. Your laptops to students the year research akra akra. And now me no ka say and also no bo pam ne 1st October no so I no to kosro. The chairman, I won't tell you asem no. Enima neko. O go fruit totra boy. Go fruit tazia boy. O soka ne officer de ya boy. Say yensuo boy. Credit kaka de be ye call. Say I won't tell ba mo bo am so e no so ne bo boy. Say si ade. Kanya me nko a. Ojifo bia ni obiom bia ni obiom ni pasiti na mnyama nketenketi ya masiti na mye de kakra yo kanea keke nsuo befaka akwaba hello we are research students campuses ena ni nyina ne bo akosoro ena di wi afi ne mai na mobo chama hwe unam krum na ohu awonche o krum won agasma meka ni minka na agros o ejuma eni hu amafo beye awonche pa ba krum ma me fo ye to ayenton trotto devil nam sa adre wi na akopako edua bia se na oda tai devil boy 11 ano akoda edua se obi amfruka ne bi no anyaska enche bia uber driver si osisi adom abreo omo yadwuma na omo nya hwefan kofie omo jaato na wenyina ye wo mu awonchire we mu na na sorry 1st October welcome address 4 tariff pam and for bia ho asefem edin papa but see there as I said emi obi obagia mai enti anyina sorry a Ewrade na de na to no so be boae obadia mai ko mind obi antimi ndim boae bio ti aja no na ehia ye ka ho asema no pei eni sema nam social media nso asem kane asem lorry fare asem telephone calls ni boae kosoro aja ni na to nchen Chama say a chairman for bia on them call the coup d'etat.
And Pacho omoko court no. You say you charge him with unlawful possession of explosive arms and ammunition.
Possession.
Or hona media mi jina. You yan charge you bia so obey coup.
You charge you bia so obey coup. The information about about earlier say you chairman for bia mo target your man penny nyampa.
Meaning if you no mo gusuye. Me the court in echi or say unlawful possession of explosives, arms and ammunition.
Ko nyina sabi anka sorry na epese information na minister de beto abontin. Say a chairman for bi o manufacture arms unlawfully. Possess bi. Plans to destabilize the peace of the country. But people they say targeting on my penina moi. But now I thought supposed to be facing some treason charges in the Kahunina.
It be a sad time in Yama.
But o charge not about to abon them say you drew her. Men America say Ghana be a drew nay. Unya so be a for two and now a dance of consequence de tabium. 4 years ye drew year and here last quarter near 2019. Welcome address. I want to know about 2 years we. And change 7 December ye call. And this year ba. Na so ye sorry a na ya tun kanem ya tun suom ya tu lorry fare na ya tu communicating task talk yes ye tun tia ye
Peace FM.
See, of course, near to the Tia political parties in NASA every now and then. Who sit up and do the right thing? There is no Mrabi and Niwa say, I bear to Abamawa, Chichina, Betinas for 4 years, 8 years. Nyamia boa mrapono constitution e da manimi amount kwan pefe. Say every 4 years be go to aba. To be share your boss here, share work se ye be ye we. Na e ba na utimi nya na to aba tiaw. Got no position na e be obesua di kakra. Obesua nyama different, obehu nyama different, oba bioma, oba nyama kakra. Me why I see that thing say ya sua nyama bebre. Sabi, ya nya so abofo, we made a lot of mistakes. And I believe that this period I bet no position Maya sua there and nothing na stress say Ghana for my kwane sabra. Not the sober reflection I've had now and nyama for no yetme sua no. Ye fambe boa no money tumpong. But na media aye den. And say ya papa say man for be planning sa nyama no mo fa to nchen. Kokromoti wo ho 7 December. Ya fa no kokoti coup d'etat no and there no obi anchi nkotu nse wam wa go tu aba wa tu awie wa tu atia na ope no ewunya da ko fa tuo ewunya ko fa se kan ewunya se wu obi ko konkra
no tada gwenyo
enti Ghana for muma ye nyina ye boy humode mi se sia da pa bo no obi abo obi akoda na obompa so na obompa ya mi boy hu ban na emre no so emre da so awie ani
amen Nanavi yampon
chairman wadaruma me sem no ye nan me bonu nya no na poso chairman na say me share the daily statement scholarships boom under Akufo-Addo 30,000 tertiary students win Bursary Awards chairman nyamia no kwennie mani age papa na my member scholarship secretariat for Abaso Yuru Kinsley Ajima enemy amenuaba Lydia chairman 30,000 now every district biya no nya minimum of 80,000 Ghana cedis minimum 80,000 Ghana cedis chairman this is here no scholar secretary at fan and tuma pefra Bua university students and for me as the national youth organizer emebuno ebebie school say ya ade ba ko a ya no motai e de hard dream school fees. And for scholarship secretariat to come out with our district-based scholarship schemes. It me a boa yenuanom more universities 30,000. No be it me to school fees in Kwan Chama Maniaji. You are considered my Misha. Anyway, do my power. The Chama be me I don't change my education even so basso. Why ye for so a day? Omojum dan de bia metaka wa wunua Samuel Wuku
FM
nkodu afọ me kai bra ya point you na criticisms be na omoye young na omonye say ene why is image all time high redeeming the image
FM
maybe atwam na atete na pansam kra otena omo outdoor the job center our Nyamia Maki Legon campus kama power of other models be almost adeba na His Excellency the Vice President na AD anymore na jema we are na Masaba and Samana menu air council na Fred na wuti krom ha na say we yira because na say be amount minim ana say wonim be pa na hwe chairman ya tena dum so mu Ghana for ebe kai mo for 4.5 years na adia na ya ne se me kai sa 4.5 years almost akofa meter bi bae almost meter near 40 and na meter ni run by 200% almost on be rectify and nei na sa problem no almost so ma na nka nye na nardan kwa Akufo-Addo aban ne ba ya amani huna na NDC for the team no na wo kakra wo kra wo mfere say PUS for ayom automatic adjustment na ene emu peja ba ko mu peja by 2%. Oh you are. Ba ko mu peja by 5%. When wo wa breso. Na ha krampa ye ti. Peace FM. Ye be ba na omo drums. Omo kwa to drums be 10. And mu ye di diesel nko agu for 4.5 years.
And na mo be na wo to.
Obi se Ghana for yankai.
And mo be na wo to.
And ye ba ye dum so nyamia da roma. Abras kra.
And so as I'm by
Pacho. No, Deputy Director for International Relations.
Fast. Lumson also here.
What could you Paul say me when I saw here?
and they are generating power crowd of moon of the now the beggar moon.
The German Ghana for the Becca Ghana for. And at the point, your Kaiser anymore was saying, bad 3 years. Not yet 2 30%, 25%.
I'm the justification, German.
Oh,
so this is your justification. I want you to Ghana for this is your justification. I'm surprised.
Oh, Buamaya, but we say now, I'm surprised. Now, we be drunk as a Nunti Ghana for Husema. Near catch Ghana for say, what you could do so do for 4.5 years. What do you call you know? What's a crack of 5 meters by someone I'm to Tomamu, and my side overbilling.
Ghana for to the blame
Yakai,
blame NDC for Bibia.
Almost one summer. NDC, dear. That alternative is
blame NDC. You blame
NDC.
NDC.
Come to this coup d'etat.
Blame me.
Me kote say opini former president akase or ridiculous coup d'etat issue.
Anyway,
Chairman, youth program bi okwa say ene cry the bentoa and coup d'etat, and I was surprised.
But maybe so. Sadiano, was he referring to Ghanaians' sense of humor?
I'm surprised.
And I said, "Nah, at the end of no work."
And then, yes, right. Because I'm a ready pa. Now, can I maybe a premise? I'm not.
Ebi ame mantia papa. Ebi ame mantia papa.
Social media,
yeah, me who you know. A video be all kind about Korkokoo who say me and I'll talk all kind about so challenge and crowd for you all kinds of near my and I say back cry a cry a bent one. Now see cry the bent one. I know we know cause Ghanaians and our sense of humor. So me name say and I different one
who did now.
I me share me read
video like video.
So we share issues no canina. Oh and the coup d'etat crown the you see at the bent one and we the young funny humor. Chama. Tabi.
But
we you know and NDC communicators and so as I saw and no me can say me I mean another to be so as someone can say oh second I dig about the na be count.
Oh sir.
Yes. Almost what can say Chama, this is serious.
Why agree utilities don't care one step. Why right now that if I be on the number of road can you boa control so boa control
one pa.
I mean, you're not here. I will take it.
Me feel say, me mama kasa entia former president. But baby ananka no the bra ananka wadu ne die. Nanka ye numbia nanka ye ebia yesusua mpenifo na asen se nkokasa sa. Because we no nya MPP ni NDC asem. Sema say wo hwe ne ma ekomu ne ma say yakokọ fo obi enipa no explosives. Chemical be ebi so ye tuo and na say wo hwe sa surveillance omo ye 15 years now na me tie openi Korkokoo
15 years
15 months sorry na me tie openi Korkokoo ba kwa ka say even footages ni bi kwa ne mpeni for other security people na wo hwe nkomo bia na omo di ni plans na omo make ni ya serious but na wo ka asem chama say baby omo du omo sesi ano emremu no baby omo sesi ano emremu no commercial proceedings enti kwa adu na ya de abom no no ano no because see the sa kwa adu emu odu no ba na the lower court no omun to use omusom and the committal proceedings as an be from the bedroom maybe a committee to a court for trial no all of these charges no can be amended enti sa process na me be ma many afera go no enti ase but chairman the condemn sa act we emwa enye bibia keke me kai say president Mahama Breso na abemu abu ano no so ne kwa so say okotwi tu bi ni ade ye nya condemn say de bi yemma ye presidency security no kwampo ye tighten up it measure when ye MPP and this asem NDC for bi na omo as omo find no as a source of omo ni agi no omo ridiculous asem ni ade no omo rubbish asem no emwa obi a enye NDC ni MPP asem ye hwe na we say no oh that be government approach ni
government own approach
and say nay and be mom kwampo there some soldiers omo contact omo nko omo kwampo no soldiers ya pick them up omo so ye question omo it is a idea a part of the investigation procedures. You know, yenya yantu ye boase na ye kasa mpanifo bi o se nkomunim di no so ne besro mo a ahobrasem ne di omo kasa nso no omo nso mu yi na Ghana na ye wo yenya ntimi nko ba bia chairman meda wase na nyame adom a weekend din so ye regional chairman o kan chiri wu ya chairman Jerry Ahafo
Oh, awful.
Yes, regional chairman. Yeah, na ye ni mimne da ebe ye. Mimne da ebe ye na ye. Minister of Energy so ni aba akamu ya. I don't say be ko hohoi akwa kucha no. Teacher man na me na mo fidi. For the National Youth Wing there, now you share the achievements of the youth-related agencies. Chairman, you need to why share in Munyam and
the youth are listening to you.
Oh, Bacho.
The youth are listening to you.
Share in Munyam and course scholar secretariat almost share in Munyam. Court almost share in Munyam. Chairman, Yamin Shira Obibia, because one year Juma. Now NDCDA say you are Musebia Nano, Omoniama. Basabi omo ye en refie e be koso aka ga
kan abo akosoro kan wansem ne ntie unso bo akosoro kan wansem communicating doctors akosoro kan wansem
that na ba make ba
lorry first akosoro kan wansem
mini fair confidence bi so chairman ye ka aye dunso asem o se yankoto bobo ye buy se ye ntimi oh yes
o da na so
to makwame nom
specialized in fabricating
food mu nyina no
o ba ya carry on video about
say ye bia na mo
president mama soft
ena nyamia da ma nyamia nu Ghana for na wie eno ano
no sro mo ti na dia na ma nya diarrhea
Peace FM. Boxer Maboho Tracing. Boxer Maboho.
Last one. Hey. May your day be blessed. Keep your dreams and hopes alive. I hear it's going to rain again today. Who's and where we are to see a better bune. And Timunina ye. Kofi Kumbelson is next on your radio. We're taking the rest of the day off. The next news broadcast is at 12. May your day be blessed. Keep your dreams and hopes alive is all you've got. God bless. Good morning.